Hey everybody, Tracy Monty Smith with SE Coaching here. So glad to see you all again. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Colorado. The sun is shining. It's just amazing. It's amazing to be able to live here. It's an amazing place to raise my children. If any of you are ever out in Colorado, drop me a quick line. I would love to meet up with some of you personally. I love my divas, and getting to know you personally is a big dream of mine. So please let me know if you're headed to Colorado. But let's move right into today's teachings and what we really want to talk about. And I really want to discuss the differences between being alone and being lonely. Because a lot of times we confuse those two. A lot of the times we mix them all up together and they aren't necessarily the same thing. So being alone is a physical reality. I am currently alone in this room. There are no other people, okay? Loneliness is a feeling. Loneliness is an emotion. Being alone, the physical reality, we have control over that. We can go and be around people if that's what we want. Being lonely, a lot of people believe that that's something that they don't have any control over. That loneliness is something that just happens to them and they have to go with the flow. They have to just deal with it in whatever way that means. But I'm going to tell you it again to shift that perspective into the fact that, remember, all of our emotions are things that we are able to control. We're able to shift the way, the results that come from that. So what do I mean by that? Let me give you a great example that my husband was recently gone for a week on a hunting trip. And remember we had talked about in one of the earlier videos around how our thoughts control our emotions, that it's the thought that brings on the emotion, because if we haven't thought about it, we don't have any kind of feeling about it. So my husband's gone for a week, right? Now I can choose to think that really sucks. I'm going to be alone for the week. I have to take care of all of the animals on my own. I have to take care of the kids on my own. I have to run the house. I'm going to be alone. This just sucks, right? So that's my thought. So then my emotion around that is being lonely or being sad or being depressed or being whatever it is that you want to put in that naming of that emotion. The action that comes from that emotion, which came from that thought that it really sucks that I'm going to be home alone for a week, is that I binge watch Netflix, Grey's Anatomy on the couch, and I order pizza in every single day and have it for 2 or 3 meals a day, right? Because I'm sad and because it sucks to be home alone for the week. So the result then is that I gain 5 pounds, okay? So then the cycle is going to continue, because now my thought around the result is not only am I lonely, now I'm lonely and fat. And so if I am now lonely and fat, then of course I'm just going to stay at home, because now my clothes don't fit. I don't look good. Why would I go out and be in public? So I'm going to continue to sit on the couch, binge watching Grey's Anatomy and ordering pizza. And the cycle continues and continues and continues. So do you understand how the thought led to the emotion, that led to the action, which led to the result, which circled back around again to a continuing thought? Now, the really cool thing is, though, that when we catch ourselves, when we're aware of this, we can change that up. So I could catch this and say, you know what, I really don't want to be an expert on Grey's Anatomy and an expert on all of the pizza places that deliver to my house. What I really want to do is handle the situation in a different way. So I can choose to think about my husband being gone for a week as a wonderful opportunity. This is a time where I get to stay up as late as I want, sleep in as long as I want. I get to make my favorite meals, not someone else's favorite meals. I can read. I have all this time to work. I can catch up on making my videos. I can catch up on writing my blogs. I can spend time with just my dog and not the other dog who's gone hunting with my husband. But there's so many ways I can spend time with my friends. I can go out with my girlfriends and have a glass of wine. I can meet up with my other friends and have a cup of coffee. And sometimes it's just about being alone by myself. So again, that physical versus the emotional, the alone versus the lonely. So by changing up that thought, I've changed up the emotion, because now I'm excited that my husband's going to be gone for a week, because I am going to have all this time to do all these things that I've wanted to do that I haven't been able to do. The emotions change. So then the actions change, because I get all this writing done, or I get all these videos done, or I practice new recipes. That's something that I kind of like to do once in a while. Not very often, but every once in a while. I get to go check out a new store, a new shop, but I am totally in control of what I choose to do. I am in control of my actions. And then the results are not that I'm an expert on Grey's Anatomy and all the pizza places that deliver. I am now an expert on and confident in the fact that I've got all these videos done, or I've got all these blog written, and now I'm way ahead of the game, or I found that new shop that I can share with my husband when he comes back. So I have chosen to think differently about being alone. So lonely is an emotion, and we are in control of that. Being alone is a physical reality. We as human beings also have control in that, because we can choose to go to places where there are other people. So again, the choice from the thought, changing the emotion, changing the action and the result. It's part of the gift of being human. So just to recap real quick, the difference between being alone, which is being physically alone in a room, in a situation, and being lonely, which is an emotion. We get to control the emotion, even though our past conditioning has taught us or made us think that we can't. I'm here to tell you, you can. So I'm going to invite you to try that on. See how that thought fits for you, and see what that emotion comes up around that thought. That you get to control that part of your life just as much as you get to control the physical reality of sitting alone in a room. Try it on, see how it fits, see how it feels. Reach out, let me know how things are going for you. And until we talk next week, have a fantastic one. Bye-bye.